Hello everyone, I hope I find you well. The purpose of this video is to actually introduce you to ICDL, tell you about what ICDL is, how are you going to be tested for the ICDL certification, then look at how you can access the ICDL online platform, which is called Skillsbox. We'll also look at how you can correctly configure your machine to work with Skillsbox, the Skillsbox application. What is ICDL? Now, ICDL is a computer literacy certification program which is provided by the ICDL Foundation. This certification is globally recognized, which means it's standardized across the globe. So if a person is taking the test from Europe, from Africa, or from Asia, as long as it's for the same module and the same syllabus, the test is the same, it is standardized. That's why the university opted to do your ICDL component as an actual certification, so that your skills are actually standardized. If you produce that certificate, everyone will just know what you have covered because the tests are standardized. So how are you going to be tested? The test is going to be an online examination, which is supervised by an accredited ICDL examiner. Right? So each candidate will have 3 tests on their portal. We have already registered you for ICDL. When we requested your email addresses, that was the purpose for that request. We wanted to register you on the ICDL platform because you can only take the exam if you are registered with ICDL. So that part we have already done. If there is any one of you who still hasn't got an account, an ICDL account, or hasn't got access to their account, please get in touch with me so that come examination day you won't be found failing to log into your account. Right? So each candidate will have a total of 3 practice tests, which are known as diagnostics tests, which you use as part of your practice for the exam. Then as for the final exam, it will have 36 questions and it will be 45 minutes long. So you're supposed to answer those 36 questions in 45 minutes. This is a lot of time for someone who knows what they are doing. But if you have not practiced, I'm telling you, these 45 minutes will look just like 10 minutes. It will be too short. So please practice and practice. This is a practical exam which is not difficult. You just need to practice for you to pass. The required pass mark is 75%, which is a bit on the lenient side if you compare it to other certifications where you are expected to pass as much as 90% of the content for you to certify. Okay? So how do you access this ICDL Skillsbox platform? This is a web-based application, so you access it through your browser. If you have not yet bookmarked the application, go open your search engine and then type core.skillsbox.com. I've already opened the site, that's why I'm getting these suggestions. So remember, it's core.skillsbox.com. If you just put in skillsbox.com, you'll be directed to the wrong web page and you won't be able to log in, right? So you click, and then it's unfortunate I had not logged out the last time I accessed this platform. So let me log out so that we can move together, right? Okay, so after you open your Skillsbox page, this is the first page that appears. This is their home page for the platform. You need to log in to access anything on the site. If you are opening the site for the first time, you need to confirm your registration first. So confirmation of your registration, you click here where it's written click here to confirm your registration rather. Then this will come up. You then need to input your email address and then click on send verification code. The verification code will be sent to your account. It's a 6-digit verification code. We are not going to do it now because my account is already registered with Skillsbox. So you will receive a 6-digit verification code which you'll be prompted to enter onto a dialog box which is almost similar to this one. and then you confirm your email. After that, you'll be asked to set a new password for the ICDL Skillsbox platform, which you need to do. Just that you are done, you are registered. So after that, you are required to log in. That's where we are now going to the login page. Now back to the login page, you need to enter your email address. I've already entered mine, and then you need to put in the password that you have set for the ICDL platform, and then click on sign in. Okay, we wait for the page to open. So when the page opens, you'll be presented with all the modules that you are registered for, that have been allocated to you. This semester, you've been allocated 4 modules that you are going to do. There is Computer and Online Essentials, there is Presentation, Spreadsheet, and Documents. Those are the 4 modules. And the first thing that you need to do will be to enroll into those courses. In my case here, I've already enrolled, that's why you have view here. But if you haven't enrolled into the courses, you just need to click here to be written enroll. You just enroll into the courses and you are done. That will enable you to now access the resources for that particular course or that particular module. Let us use the presentation module as an example. Suppose you've enrolled, you now have view. You then go and click to open the course or the module. Under the course or the module, you've got 2 areas. You've got areas, the area for accessing the learning resources, and then you've got the area for taking the assessments. Okay, so the learning resources are in 2 parts. There are presentations or slideshows that are under the e-learning resources. To access them, you just click on the particular chapter or unit that you are interested in, and then it opens a new page. Okay, now that new page, when it opens, you'll be presented with a page like this one, where you can click play to launch your presentation or your slideshow. There are voiceover slideshows, so I just play it for a short time just to see you, to let you see what it does. Okay, so when it opens, you then click on start, and then you start learning. If you want to see the various subtopics within a presentation or a slideshow, you click on these 3 bars here. It then expands, and then you have got a list of the various courses that are under that particular unit, or the various subtopics that are under a particular unit. Okay, to minimize the list of courses or the unit of chapters, you click on the 3 bars again. Then we want to go back to our Skillsbox main page. Then the second resource under learning resources is the ebook. If you click on view the ebook, this one, depending on your internet speed, can take a while to open the ebook. But when it opens, it gives you access to all the material that you need to start for you to pass this certification test. Okay, I'm going to close it and then go back to our Skillsbox page. Then the next resource that we have is the assessments. This is where you take your 3 diagnostics tests or your 3 practice exams. These exams have got an average of 74, 75 questions that you can use to practice. Our requirement is that you need to take at least 2 diagnostic tests or assessments for each module, which means we have 8 diagnostic tests that you need to do for you to qualify for all the 4 exams. So for this presentation exam, you need to do 2 tests, right? That is very clear. The certification test, which will serve as your final exam, will be out of 36, like I said earlier on, and will be a timed exam. Here it's written that you get 2 attempts, but it's unfortunate for you guys, you're not going to get 2 attempts. You're only going to get 1 attempt, which is your final exam this semester. Okay, so I'll start the diagnostic test to demonstrate to you how it goes about. Okay, click on Start Diagnostic Assessment. Okay, so the first thing that you need, that the system will do, is to check if your system meets the requirements that are needed for it to run SkillsBox. So the first one is the operating system. You need to check if you have got Windows 10 or Windows 11. Then you need to check your screen resolution. Then you need to check your browser. Remember, there are two browsers that are compatible with this SkillsBox application. There is Chrome, and then there is Microsoft Edge. I'm using Chrome. Then pop-ups need to be enabled. Let me remove SkillsBox page from my pages that are allowed to send pop-ups, so that you see what you actually encounter, because by default your pop-ups will be turned off. So I think if I turn off my pop-ups, you guys can actually see how it will look like. Okay, so I've disabled my pop-ups. I've refreshed my page. Okay, so the first error that you are going to see here now is that the pop-ups are disabled. So for this to run, you need to enable your pop-ups. How do you do that? You go to settings, then search for pop-ups. Go to pop-ups, then it's under site settings. You don't need to enable pop-ups for all websites. You just need to enable pop-ups for the SkillsBox web page. So I'll go to allowed sites that are allowed to send pop-ups and use the redirects. I click on add. I want to add the SkillsBox website, right? Then go to my systems requirements check page and copy the URL there. And then go to settings, paste it on the add site pop-up, then click on add. Now SkillsBox is now allowed to send pop-ups on this computer. I'll then go here and refresh to reload. It will now pass the test for pop-ups. Then the next error that I'm encountering is the plugin error. The SkillsBox application requires a plugin which is called PSI, in-application extension, for it to run on your computer. So you need to add that extension to your browser. Where do you get that extension? One may ask. The extension is inside the PDF that I shared with you in the WhatsApp group, titled How to Install SkillsBox. If you open that PDF, there's the first section where there's a link to download SkillsBox app. This one we are not using. We are using SkillsBox on the web browser, so we are not installing a desktop application for the SkillsBox. Alright, so we ignore this one. What we are interested in is this one here, which says download plugin. So this button here is a hyperlink to the web page for downloading the PSI in-text extension. Remember, if you are using Chrome, make sure that the link opens in Chrome, so that you run the extension in Chrome. If you are using Microsoft Edge, make sure that the link opens in Microsoft Edge, so that you run that application in that browser and install the extension in that browser. Okay? Because a common mistake that people do is that they are open, their default browser is maybe Firefox, and then this application, they've opened it in Chrome. Then when they click the hyperlink, it goes and opens in Firefox, and Firefox doesn't run this plugin. You have challenges there. So make sure when you are using Chrome, you open it in Chrome. If you are using Edge, you open it in Edge. So I'll click the plugin. As a security measure, my PDF reader Firefox, if I click a link, it prompts me and asks me if I trust the site, so that I allow or disallow if I don't trust the site. So in this case, I trust the site, and the checkbox, remember this section for the site for all PDF documents, I'll keep it checked and then say allow. So the hyperlink will open in my browser. In this case it is opened in Chrome because that's my default browser. I had initially installed the extension, so maybe revert, say remove. Yeah. If you had not installed it in Chrome, the page will appear like this and ask you to add to Chrome. So in this case, I will just add to Chrome, confirm adding the application to Chrome, and that's it. It's done. I don't want to turn on sync, so I just close this, perhaps close even the page. Okay, going back to my candidates system requirements check. If I reload, I still have an error. It's not yet detecting a plugin. Okay, so the reason why we have this error, why the plugin is not being detected, is because this plugin requires .NET 3.5 framework to be enabled on your computer for it to run. So currently on this computer, .NET 3.5 framework is not enabled. So I need to enable it first and then come back and continue with my system test. How do I enable .NET 3.5 framework? I go to control panel. I'll search control panel. Open control panel, then go to programs. Under programs, I'll go to 10 Windows features on and off. Click. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong place. I want to turn Windows features on and off. I'll wait while the list is being populated. So, there is .NET 3.5 and then there is .NET Framework 4.8. I need to select 3.5 and deselect 4.8. Then click OK. So the system will search for required files. I will let Windows update and download the files. So the rate of download will depend on your internet speed. Okay, so when it downloads the files, for the purposes of this video, we are not going to wait for the download. I'll cut the video and return once the download. Okay, so the .NET Framework downloading is done. We now continue with our setting up, checking our system requirements. I'll then go back and refresh my page. Okay, then go on to download the extension again. I'll open it. So you see here I had already downloaded it earlier on. So for this is a re-download for demonstration purposes only. This is the PSI plugin. Open the plugin, then click on install and say yes. Then after installing, I close and reload my page. Okay, so after that is done, you see the system is now passing most of the tests, and if all tests test out to be okay, I then click on continue to start my diagnostic test. If I click on start, it then launches the test. So this is similar to what will happen on the examination day. When you click on start, the system will check, the Skillsbox application will check your system for compatibility purposes. So if your system is passing the diagnostic test system check, it will also pass the exam. If it's failing the diagnostic system check, it means your computer will not be able to host the exam for you on Skillsbox. So make sure when you do your diagnostics, your system is passing all tests. Alright. So when the test launches, the question Like here's on question number 2. It's saying open the presentation draft in the Z drive. I'll go on File, I'll go on Open, I'll go on Browse, I'll browse to the Z drive. This is our, we are already in the Z drive. Then I'll click on Draft and then click on Open. It launches the file, then I'll click on Answer. That's how you respond to these questions in the diagnostic test as well as the exam. The next question is apply a design template or theme of your choice to the new presentation. You also follow those instructions and do the test and click on Answer once you are satisfied with your operation. Suppose I want to take a rest from the test, the practice test. I will go on Suspend and then confirm suspending the test so that I do the test the next time I log in. If you are not done answering all the questions, do not end the test. It will record your mark and record as if you have already done the diagnostic test. So you suspend instead of ending. After you are done using your skills box, you need to log out, especially if you are using public computers, like computers in the lab in there. You just need to log out so that people don't abuse your account, and then log out. So that's it for how to access your skills box account and how to configure your laptop for you to be able to take the ICDL certification diagnostic tests as well as the exam. If you need any assistance in terms of installing the plugins, configuring your computer, we are always available to assist you. For those of you who also need Microsoft Office, you can come and we install for you. Thank you.